Aloha y'all, Daniel Aaron here, your guide to vibrant living. Happy new moon in Scorpio. And while you can refer to another video right near here, just past, about what a new moon means in general, this one, new moon in Scorpio, is a reminder to all of us the importance of emotion and feeling, being honest about it, owning it, allowing it, and in so doing, choosing what we do, how we behave in the presence of that emotion. Now, what I mean by this is, okay, let's put it this way. Scorpio, the archetype, the sign, gets a really bad rap, right? Because what's a Scorpio based on? A scorpion. What does a scorpion do? It stings, right? You know the great story of the scorpion that asked the frog for a ride across the river? Says, "Hey, Mr. Frog, will you help me cross the river? I can't do it on my own." Frog looks at the scorpion like, "You're crazy. Why on earth would I do that? You would sting me and I would die." The scorpion says, "I'm not stupid. Look, if I sting you, then you're going to die and you're going to sink and we're both going to die. I wouldn't do that." Frog says, "Well, good point." So scorpion climbs on the frog's back, swimming across the river. Halfway across, guess what happens? And in that moment, the frog looks up and says, "Why'd you do it?" He says, "Because I'm a scorpion." Right? That is one part of the scorpionic energy, a lower form. You and me are here to evolve. And by the way, if you were born in the sign of Scorpio, yes, doesn't mean that you, if you're not a Scorpio, doesn't mean you're not working with the energetics of Scorpio. And in this new moon, we all are, right? The energetic of Scorpio, it's fascinating because really what it's about is Scorpio feels things so deeply. It's a water sign, it's emotional, right? A friend of mine said, Scorpio, astrologer friend, Scorpio is just Cancer in a house coat. Right? The water signs, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, have very deep emotional feelings. And again, astrology is more complicated than simply sun sign astrology. One of my astrologer teachers put it years ago, there's 500 different points to consider when you look at somebody's birth chart. So I'm speaking generally about the energetics of the archetypes, which, by the way, if you're into learning about astrology, it's great cross-training. That is a really powerful way to get into it, is to learn the archetypes, the constellations, the signs. They inform us about a lot of life. So the archetype, the energy of Scorpio, is they feel things very deeply, and that can feel scary, vulnerable, permeable, at risk of what can be negative, right? Feelings can feel bad. So Scorpio, in the base evolutionary phase, represents the energetic of this expression. Funnily enough, my mother used to love this expression. The best defense is a good offense. As in, I feel so shaky like I could get hurt, I better go out on the attack first. That way you won't get me, right? I won't be open to feeling what I don't want to feel because I'm going to attack first. Cancer does it a different way. Cancer squeezes into its shell, hides in some way. Pisces, well, maybe they space out, maybe they medicate in some way. And again, speaking very generally here. Scorpio, though, from its base element, base evolutionary stance, can rise up. And when it rises up, it gets more to the eagle, another symbol for Scorpio, which has this great elevation ability to see the base instincts and see the bigger picture and choose differently. So, for us, on this Scorpio new moon, where there's the likelihood that we are all feeling more intensely, the invitation, the encouragement, the imploring from the universe, if we put it that way, is for all of us to open up and feel more, knowing that we also get to choose what we do, what we say, how we interact with other people. Feel, and rather than react from the feeling, the invitation, especially over the next few days, is to own the emotion, speak to it, choose how we behave, how we treat other people from that higher elevated perspective. All right, y'all, I hope this was interesting, useful, at least innocuous. Thanks for tuning in. Aloha.